Hey guys, Lenny Ravel here. We have a lot of, I've been putting up a lot of posts lately about emotion, and I think it's important for me to clarify some things. First of all, contrary to some people believe that when I talk about emotion and controlling emotion, I'm telling people not to have any. That's not true at all. Happiness is an emotion. I'm always encouraging people to be happy. A lot of people say, well, it's easier said than done. That's true, because you come from an upbringing where society has convinced you that happiness is something that happens to you, not created by you. But in actuality, it's created by you. There's not a whole lot of people out there, apparently, that's really making this very clear, so I thought it was very important to put this in a video. Since nobody can make you happy and nobody can make you sad, only you, it pretty much invalidates the whole phrase, you've pissed me off, or you've made me so happy. What basically is going on is you're giving your own power and authority over how you feel to somebody else or some situation outside of you. When you grant them this kind of authority, you're essentially making yourself up to be a puppet, to allow whatever outside of you to pull your strings. You know, if this happens to me, I respond by being happy. If that happens to me, I respond by being upset. In reality, you've always, from day one, had the power to control and feel exactly the way you want. Now, people might say, well, I'm upset and I'm allowed to be upset. Don't confuse allowance with preference. You can feel anything, of course, you want to feel, but the question is, why would you want to feel in a way that you don't prefer? I mean, most sane people don't prefer to be upset because the whole point of upset is basically not happy, and most people want happy. So the thing is, you have to put yourself in the mindset of how you feel when you get something that you really, really want to happen to you, whether you're meeting that right person or going on vacation or it's Friday or whatever conditions you normally give the responsibility to outside of you to dictate back to you how you're supposed to feel happy. Put yourself in that feeling as if those things were happening to you without actually having to be in those situations. You'll find, very interestingly, that you can be in that frame of mind anytime, any part of the day, for as long as you want, for free, instantly. It's really the joke's on you. I mean, nobody can take that away from you unless you give them that power, and apparently most people do give away their power, and I'm not quite sure why that is. I mean, I have an assumption that because feeling good, apparently people translate that as some sort of way to, like it's like too much effort or something, and it's kind of nonsensical to me because I enjoy feeling happy, and I want to feel happy all the time. And other people can feel happy too. So don't think that when I say control your emotions, it doesn't mean be a robot, shut down emotions, don't have emotions. I'm saying to dictate what you want to feel, instead of letting somebody else or something else dictate them back to you. That's all I'm saying. And, when you're in, I've had people praise me for being in control of myself when I'm in conversations with people that disagree with me, or they can get a little insulting, or they start calling you names and things like that. It really shows that when a person reveals their true maturity on how they conduct themselves in adversity. If you're with somebody that is disagreeing, that's no big deal. But if you're with somebody that's disrespecting and calling you names, you give them a few chances, and if they don't clear up and start, shaping up their behavior, simply walk away. I mean, people on the internet are not worth getting upset over. In fact, most things are not worth getting upset over. If something bad happens to you, how is being upset about it going to fix it? It takes action to fix things, not emotion. You might say, well, it takes me to get pissed off to commence action. It could. But how many people do that? Most people sit around and just feel bad or complain. The important thing is action. That's what changes things. So If you want something in your life to be different, you have to change something in your life. It's really that simple. The more you complicate things, the more you make, the further away from happiness you become, because happiness is simplicity. The more simple you make your life, the easier it is to be happy. The more complicated you make your life, the more it's harder to hold on to what you have and coordinate and control things outside of you, and that can stress you out. By the way, stress even is actually manageable by yourself, because you're the one feeling the stress. You're the one that can actually change the stress by choosing a different choice on how you respond to stresses or inharmonious people outside of you. Remember, the ultimate level of mastery is your own choice. How strongly and how much time and effort and deeply you put into learning to manage and be conscious of your reactions and your mindset will determine ultimately not only how successful you are in dealing with conflicting personalities, but in life in general, with any kind of success in business, relationships, friendships, your spiritual beliefs, or anything else. So remember, the level of effectiveness and usefulness you have to the world is directly correlated with the amount of effort you have put into your own self-improvement. So spend most of your time improving yourself as much as you can. Therefore, when you go out into the world, you'll have more to offer it. Alright? That's it. Have fun, guys.